vengeance.
All right. I'm good. I'm here. AWO in the house. Aaron Warder. What's up, guys? I'm here. Friday. Yeah, rare Friday stream. Very rare Friday stream. I'll be the next 3 weeks, maybe. Maybe the next 2 weeks at least. Next week and the week after, possibly. Let me check. I know next week for sure. But let me check. All right. Okay. Okay, next week, but not 2 weeks from this week, from today. Next week. But Raw, I could do Raw. I could do not Raw. I could do Monday also. I guess do Monday for this Monday, the 19th. And that's it. Yeah. So I could do I could do Friday next week and Raw next week and the Raw after next and the Raw. Okay, and the 30th. I could do Friday next week, Monday next week, Monday the week after, and the 30th. What's up? What's up, Sideways? So I might do some couple Monday streams and Friday streams this month. Oh yeah, the 26th is a Monday. I won't be. The 26th is a Monday, so I won't be streaming or making videos or anything like that because I am actually going to see WWE live on the 26th. Okay, so I'll be there live in person. Screaming, yelling, booing, cheering. All right, man. So, all right, I did put this in the chat, right? I got things to talk about. I think look. There's a couple Marvel and DC things. This is like heavy Marvel and DC. Okay, heavy Marvel and DC today. Okay. All right, my friends. All right, I'm gonna invite people on. Okay. This is all right. So if you have the link to come on the chat, feel free to come in. Okay. All right. So on the thumbnail, yes, I have Wonder Woman and Blade because I made that thumbnail earlier in the day for planning this stream. I heard about the Blade news earlier in the day, read about it earlier in the day. Same with I know about the Wonder Woman. I saw the Wonder Woman news late last night, but but it was late last night. I didn't want to make a video or anything like that, so I waited to today. So I put it into a stream too. That's the thumbnail. Then the Wonder Man picture came out later. So later, I really didn't have any time to edit anything, to really that much time. I mean, I had a little bit of time to edit like the description, but not a new thumbnail, not to rearrange the thumbnail, edit the Wonder Man. I could just put the Wonder Man title into the Wonder Man name into the title of the stream. That's it. For Wonder Man First Look. That's it. And I know I didn't put the Harvey Dent stuff, the Two-Face stuff, but we're going to talk about all of that actually. Okay, so think about it is that what we're going to talk about is Wonder Woman, Blade, Midnight Suns. Blade and Midnight Suns go together. Wonder Man and Harvey Dent, Two-Face, Sebastian Stan. That's what we're going to talk about today. And tomorrow, since my Fallout spoiler review didn't go as a plan, I'm reworking it for tomorrow with Blinded and maybe Red to come on. Okay? All right. All right, so let's talk. Let's get DC out of the way. Let's get Two-Face out of the way. Hollywood Reporter in their newsletter report basically confirmed Sebastian Two-Face, Harvey Dent Two-Face, the villain, the multi-personality disorder, the villain with the scarred coin. Seen him 2 times live action wise in the past. Famously, Tommy Lee Jones, Batman Forever, Aaron Eckhart, The Dark Knight. Very different Two-Faces, right? Very different Two-Faces. Tommy Lee Jones is very cartoonish, right? Very cartoonish, like. We're really insane. I almost say like he acted like the Joker a little bit. Like the Two-Face in It's Forever. He fucking acted like the Joker. I don't know Sideways, but the thing is, Sideways, they're not just going to have Harvey Dent to be Harvey Dent for the whole saga. We just know he's going to eventually become Two-Face. So it doesn't really matter if it's Two-Face or Harvey Dent in it. It is in the title, in anybody's titles or anything like that. It's the same character. He's just not going to be a throwaway. So it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, so that's it. All right. So, but okay, and then Aaron Eckhart's Two-Face. Well, not exactly always comic accurate, like the Two-Face of the comics. For the Nolanverse, what Nolan was trying to set out, it worked. Okay, Blind. Now for the Reeves verse, the Reeves Batman is not always comic accurate. Look, not everything needs to be comic accurate to the. Everything needs to be 1-on-1. Okay. Not everything needs to be 1-on-1 from the pages to the screen. But the thing, how are you going to differentiate Harvey Dent Two-Face? Here's the key. How I do it. I would do it as having show the multi-personality disorder issue. Okay, Two-Face and Harvey Dent battling out. If you remember Arkham, if you played the Arkham games, I know most of you who watch the stream played the Arkham games. The Two-Face and Harvey Dent persona were talking to each other. Right? They were talking to each other. Do you remember that? Something like that. Okay? Something like that. That's how I would do my Two-Face. Okay? You can still have his morals, his moral compass, trying to do good for Gotham, not trying to be corrupt, not taking bribes. He's the one attorney, attorney politician. He can't buy, right? He can't, right? Oh, Batman Arkham Shadow is like that too. I've seen clips of I watch, because I don't have VR, obviously. So I saw Batman Arkham Shadow. So I just watched the walk play stuff of Batman Arkham Shadow. That's it. So yeah, the Two-Face like that. I don't know about Harvey Dent and Bruce Wayne being childhood friends, because the thing about Bruce Wayne is we know he's kind of a loner. And Batman always likes to perceive as a loner, but he did have people in his circle, like young friends in his circle. Just that this Batman seems more to himself. Now, the reason why Batman is seen as a loner is because he's basically working 24/7 as Batman, Bruce Wayne, and he feels that he needs to be doing that instead of making relationships. All right, he doesn't want, right? So I don't know. They could be childhood friends maybe. That's what the Arkham Asylum was, childhood friends. In the Arkham Asylum, they did play the abuse angle with Harvey Dent's father in the game. It's kind of similar to Moon Knight. Remember the Moon Knight show? Remember his mother became after the death of his brother. His mother became, well, very abusive towards him, and the way for Moon Knight to cope, he kind of created a different personality, right? A different personality, right? And you could do something similar like that. And I don't care. I don't care if there's going to be people going to have problems with issues. Oh, his father's abusive. That's the reason it is. Or he's going to develop multiple personality disorders. Because I know some people have issue with the Joker. The Joker movie. Right? With that, right? I'm like, dude, man, this is Batman. The criminals are insane. They all have some psychological issues, man. Okay? Like, relax. I do think his wife will be in the film. That'll be an interesting twist. Because, look, we haven't... The other two Faces, we haven't seen his wife, right? Obviously, in Batman Forever, he has Two-Face. And he did a brief 2 minute... a minute explanation how he became Two-Face, right? And he didn't have a wife. Aaron Eckhart's Two-Face didn't have a wife. He had a girl who was going to be marrying to Rachel Dawes, right? Rachel Dawes chose him over Bruce, right? You all remember that. I think there's a chance Gilda would be his wife. Yes. It's definitely different. Okay. Oh, yeah. Blinded will be on, he said. Okay. But, all right. Sorry, I'm drinking. Here's the thing. If he starts with Harvey Dent, which is fine, and doesn't become Two-Face, maybe have a Two-Face series where it becomes Two-Face. You know, like how Penguin became Penguin? Maybe Harvey Dent plays an instrumental role in the Batman, but it doesn't become Two-Face or whatever until his own show or something like that. Maybe something like that. Not okay? Something like that. But it looks like Sebastian is going to play Two-Face, Harvey Dent. Hollywood Reporter, basically kind of confirmed it. Okay. Pretty much confirmed it. All right. And I know there's fan pics of what he looks like, of what Two-Face looks like. I mean, with Harvey Dent, what Sebastian Stan's one side, what he would look like as with a normal look and the normal face, and the other side has the burnt like Two-Face kind of face. If you see those fanfics, I don't think it's gonna be gruesome like that. I don't know. Well, the Aaron Eckhart Two-Face, that was gruesome. That was a gruesome look. Okay. All right. But if you really dig deep at Aaron Eckhart's Two-Face, Harvey Dent, his mind wasn't shattered. He did turn a little bit insane, but it wasn't like how Two-Faces is in the comics or the other stuff. It could be winning any other character, like breaking down. Okay. Okay. Oh, I don't think it's gonna be Court of Owls. I don't think. I don't think it's gonna be Court of Owls. I think it's gonna be the Joker. Okay. I'm gonna see this. Depending on the role of the Joker in this movie, I think the main antagonist for the Batman trilogy is the Joker. What's up, Blinded?
What's up?
I'm
What's
just saying.
sideways?
I'm just saying this sideways.
Patrick, everybody in the chat.
I'm just saying this sideways. Like if depending the size of the role of the Joker in the Batman Part 2, Joker could be the main antagonist for the trilogy.
I don't think there's a main antagonist for the trilogy.
I think that too.
Under the belief that it's
the Freaks.
Yeah, like it's a gang war that they're gonna team up on Batman, or there's multiple things going on.
It's gonna be like No Way Home with a bunch of villains. That's what I think. I think it's gonna be a freak show. What if it's
No Way Home?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think he is just gonna be pulling from. Well, he's going to be pulling from a lot of different things. It's not like he's adapting anything particular. Obviously, he's going to be inspired by the Jeff Loeb stuff. So
he's just adapting what he thinks will work in his universe.
And what won't. But I mean, we said after watching The Penguin that they set up Two-Face to be in these movies. So it's not that surprising. Obviously, we surprising that Sebastian Stan is playing Two-Face. And I'm curious to see, like, is the transformation going to happen in this movie? Because then I'm sure people will compare it to The Dark Knight. I don't think they really want it to be compared to The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
But Two-Face really didn't get a lot of screen time as Two-Face in The Dark Knight. And I think he should have always been a villain, right? Not this kind of like the bullshit that they pulled.
He's going to be in it, but he might turn into Two-Face later on or whatever, or maybe they save it for a show or a movie. I don't know, his transformation. But he's not going to be the villain of this movie. I don't think.
No, I don't think he's the only villain in this movie, no.
Can Killer Croc work in a Batman
because the Riddler wasn't the only... Well, yeah, they could. It's not like Killer Croc. Killer Croc does have a skin condition. It's just that over time, they drew him like an actual crocodile, and then they had to like explain it.
It's a real condition too. It's not fake. It's real.
No, they could. I don't see them doing that because I think people.
No, it doesn't.
Killer Croc. People want to see the design of what we're used to.
Yeah, that condition does not make you like a reptile. No, it is a real condition, but it doesn't do that. That's just comics, because comics is fantasy, right? They exaggerate stuff.
I thought the Batman was too close to Batman Begins.
I don't think so. I think they're very different.
I mean, I'm sure they are cut from the Nolan movies, but they're obviously trying to distance themselves. Like, it's more of a detective noir, more so than the Nolan movies, right? Like the Nolan movies were, I don't know, they like Batman Begins was a bit noir inspired, but not really. Like Batman's not really a detective in those movies. I feel like they're more action thriller movies than they are detective.
You know what's funny?
Stories.
Tim Burton's Batman. He did a little bit of detective work.
Barely,
but he did. And even though Billy D. Williams was like the third movie, not Batman Forever, if there was going to be a third movie, Billy D. Williams was supposed to become Two-Face. Like that was the plan.
Yeah. Well, they did that. I'm not sure if you read they had a Batman '89 comic. They did that.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, how they get differentiate just Two-Face, because Aaron Eckert's Two-Face, he was. The thing is, he did. I like the Arkham Two-Face, because the Arkham Two-Face, they were talking to each other. Two-Face and Harvey Dent, they were battling each other.
Mm.
Like, I like that. That's what Two-Face should be. You know, like a Smeagol and Golem. That's what Two-Face should be, battling each other, right? This is wrong.
Yeah.
No, we must do this. You know.
Well,
to me,
I still think that what they're gonna do is, Two-Face is gonna be a friend of Bruce.
If he has friends, because
nah, he definitely has had friends. We just don't. Remember, we don't really know anything about Bruce Wayne in this universe.
Well, it's fun because it's funny because when he comes out as Bruce Wayne, like a funeral and stuff, everybody that was there in the public were like, "Oh, they're surprised he came out in public."
Yeah, because he's been a recluse recently, but he hasn't
not like
always been a recluse.
He's not
even
a playboy.
though after his tragedy.
Yeah, he wasn't a playboy billionaire, right?
No, they never. I don't even think they're gonna do that persona. Like, I think they're just gonna explore the more like intimate moments with Bruce Wayne. I mean, they already said that they're gonna do something with that.
Oh yeah, I mean it's too well in the comics. Harvey also had more than another personality than just Two-Face.
Because they even said like, Bruce is gonna find it difficult to be Batman.
Well, if he goes up against somebody like Two-Face, a friend, if he becomes Two-Face and he's a friend, it's going to be hard for Batman to, like, it's like, because think about it. I'm going to compare it to this. Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange had to stop Wanda. Do you think he wanted to fight Wanda? Like, he didn't want to fight Wanda. Like,
not
right?
necessarily. I mean, it's not really the same. But like, I mean, yeah, he doesn't want to fight another Avengers. But yeah,
he doesn't want. Yeah, because he doesn't want to fight somebody that's good, right? Like he sees Wanda as somebody's. Even though Wanda's gone crazy.
I mean, Wanda was doing a lot of crazy stuff, and I mean, he wasn't that scared to fight Wanda. I mean,
but he didn't really want to.
She was messing up stuff. She went completely crazy, and she was corrupt.
Yeah.
No, he didn't want to, obviously, but I mean, like, she was trying to kidnap a kid.
Batman doesn't want to. Batman always felt guilt fighting Harvey Dent, Two-Face, no matter what. Usually. Right.
But I think they're going to explore that like aspect. But I don't think I wonder, like, is there going to be a time jump in this movie? Because there wasn't a time jump in the Penguin. So I kind of wonder.
That's a good question.
What they will do.
Elizabeth Olsen's Poison Ivy.
And I did hear you say that would they do a TV show on Two-Face? That's another thing too. It really depends on the performance, right? Like, and how, like, if there is backstory to the character. I don't mind if they did something like the Penguin, where it's like maybe not the most comic accurate. It's just more exploring the character.
Kevin, D23. Well, D23 is this year, so yes, because they do every 2 years. Star Wars.
They're not going to do anything at Comic-Con.
No, D23. No, Marvel will be at Comic-Con this year. They got big movies. They got Marvel Avengers. So just stuff with Avengers. That's it. There'll be something like that. They'll maybe do Sony.
I'm not sure though.
Stuff like that, but
they'll probably be marketing and stuff like that. But I don't think they'll have a panel because they're not going to announce anything until like
Marvel could
next year.
Marvel could at Comic-Con. I mean, if they're not going to do D23, they will promote maybe Vision's Quest.
Yeah, Vision Quest. Well, they'll promote. They're going to promote Avengers. Obviously, they're going to have like fireworks. There's going to be marketing everywhere.
James Gunn.
I mean, we don't know when Vision Quest comes out.
I don't think
Spider-Man will be out.
I don't think James Gunn will make an appearance at Comic-Con this year because they're going to just for what's Clayface. Is it Lanterns going to come out before Comic-Con? Like,
I don't think they want to go to Comic-Con anymore. It's too expensive for them, and they don't want to. James Gunn is. I mean, if he knows, James Gunn is very like. reluctant to announce things now. So I highly doubt he's going to announce a whole wave of movies, especially during the fact that
Hey,
Warner Brothers is being bought out.
if,
So I don't
if
see that
Avengers,
happening.
if Avengers Comic Doomsday is going to be a Comic Con, it's just going to be people that's probably shown in the trailers are going to be there. That's it. So they won't spoil anything.
Maybe they might show like a part of the movie to people to hype it up at most. But Spider-Man will be out that weekend, so I don't think they're not going to really announce anything, and if they do, it's through the trades. They're not going to go on stage and announce a slate of movies. That's what you
they don't have because they do have 2 shows coming out before Comic-Con and D23, right? Daredevil and Wonder Man. And as you said, Spider-Man, which is Sony 2, is coming out in July, basically Comic-Con. And then they have basically Visions Crest and Avengers. What do they need to announce? Like usually Marvel usually has more output, usually in the past, right? They usually have a lot of stuff to announce, right? They have a lot of output things, right? They don't have they kind of toned it down a bit. Right? They toned it down, Marvel. Right? D23.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing all of that stuff. I think that stuff is even Degrassi said it. Those things that we used to have that's in the past. We're not going to have those things again.
The reason why they didn't go to Marvel didn't go to Comic-Con last year is because they didn't have anything to announce, and their next movie, Marvel Studios movie, was Avengers Doomsday, because Fantastic Four just came out during Comic-Con, and their next big movie is Avengers Doomsday, right? Like, was there to promote? Really? They barely promote the shows at Comic-Con. They really don't promote shows at Comic-Con. They usually say that for D23 or New York, right? For D23, or for viewers who are attending New York Comic-Con.
I don't know. I think we should just get used to the fact that they're not going to. The days of announcing slates are gone.
Yeah, Marvel's going to do that. Yeah, Marvel. Yeah, Marvel cannot rely on that anymore.
Both of them.
Both of them agree.
I can't rely on them. I mean, James Gunn came out and announced a ton of movies that, like, who even knows now if those movies are even happening? Like, obviously, Superman and Supergirl happened, but Swamp Thing. It sounds like Swamp Thing is the movie that got canceled. Because James McAvoy, I was gonna say James McAvoy. What the fuck? James Mangold. I mean, he hasn't really said anything, and he's making movies, so
he's attached to Star Wars also.
Like, yeah, who even knows when that's gonna happen? We have 2 Star Wars movies now.
Yep. Oh, Mando's coming out in a couple months. That better be a hit. Disney needs a home run with that movie with the Star Wars. If they want people to get faith back in Star Wars, you need a home run with that. It can't be bad. It can't be a bad movie. I'm sorry, like, it can't be bad.
For Mandalorian?
Yeah.
I don't know about Mandalorian. We'll have to see. I don't think people are excited about Mandalorian.
That's a problem then. That's the overall problem with Disney in Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's an image issue with them.
I mean, that's their fault. They're gonna have to build that back up.
Mm-hmm.
If Mandalorian is good, if it doesn't make a lot of money, maybe that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Sideways, you're correct. In July 2027, there was a Marvel movie that got scrapped. That's why they put the Simpsons movie there.
Yeah, all their movies 2027 got scrapped. We don't know what they're making for 2028, but chances are it's probably Black Panther 3.
Secret Wars is only one coming out 2027. At the end.
Yeah. Well, now there's rumors saying that Blade got scrapped, which I find hard to believe.
We've been saying that for like a couple of years now, but
if Blade's got scrapped, then Mahershala Ali is not Blade.
Yeah.
Like, why would they put him in some ensemble movie when they were going to give him his own movie?
I want to hear how. Oh, he's going to. Blade got scrapped and he's going to appear in Midnight Suns. I want to hear all these scoopers say. Okay, well, actually, it's from Schneider. Schneider has said that, right? Jeff Schneider said this, right? I want to say how they explain how it's going to be Midnight Suns. What about the other Midnight Sun characters? What other characters are going to be in Midnight Suns? How do you explain these other characters? Why just Blade? What other characters? They never say like, oh, is Doctor Strange in it? Oh, it's Ghostwire come back to the MCU. Is he going to be in it? You know, like,
no, yeah.
Like, how do you know it's going to be a Midnight Suns movie without some of the main players that are relatively known to be part of the Midnight Suns?
Yeah, how can you make a Midnight Suns movie and have all these characters that like most people are not familiar with? Like, outside of first off, one that this idea implies that Moon Knight is on the Midnight Sun, which Moon Knight is not has not been historically on the Midnight Suns. That's just something that was like a recent thing, and I think recently they had a Midnight Suns, but it had like a ton of weird characters like Iron Fist and characters you wouldn't associate with Midnight Sun. Scarlet Spider. So we the only real character that has been established is Moon Knight, technically, because that's the character that people want to see on this team. The character that people want to see on this team. Ghost Rider, okay, people are familiar with Ghost Rider, but which version of Ghost Rider?
Mm-hmm.
And then who else is going to be on the team? Because you can't use Morbius. Morbius is a Sony character unless they say so. So I mean, like, who is on the Midnight Suns? That doesn't even make sense. Yeah, but Elsa Bloodstone has been in the MCU, but we haven't seen her again. And is that an actress that they would want to put? Is this a movie? Is this a TV show?
Yeah.
Man Thing and I guess Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf. Oh yeah, he's in the MCU.
I mean, I don't know. Like, Blade is the only like big character. I guess you could say Moon Knight is a pretty big character now too, but Blade I would say, is a more recognizable character over Moon Knight. So he would be the lead character. And Mahershala Ali is obviously Mahershala Ali and Oscar Isaac would obviously lead the movie.
I think you need Doctor Strange for this movie because he's been in the MCU and he has some recognition with the general fans, at least audience, right?
Right.
I think you need somebody.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. There's a lot of I don't really believe this. I don't believe they're scrapping a Blade movie to make an ensemble movie. And if they are doing it, then Mahershala Ali, I would be shocked if Mahershala Ali stays, because why would he trade his movie for an ensemble movie?
I think introducing Ghost Rider in Midnight Suns is a good introduction to Ghost Rider.
It depends. I feel like that's a big depends. What Ghost Rider is it?
Exactly. Not Blade. Like Ghost Rider.
I feel like Ghost Rider, it really depends. If it's just Johnny, the classic Ghost Rider, well, the Ghost Rider that is mostly well known that we've seen in the movies.
I do believe we're getting Ghost Rider. I do believe we're getting Ghost Rider MCU because we got Mephisto, right? Like, that's not a hint. Like,
yeah, but here's the thing though: is this a movie or is this a TV show? Yeah. Because if it's just a movie, first off, I highly doubt they would do Johnny in a live action movie because they can't put it in the Chinese theater if that's the case. They have a ban around skeletons and ghosts in their movies, so that means Marvel. That's why Marvel has been primarily pushing Robbie Reyes, because Robbie Reyes is technically not like, he's not the traditional Spirit of Vengeance.
Yeah.
And he also has a completely different design. He doesn't have, like, he has a skull design, but it's not as prominent as Johnny's, right? Or what's the cousin's name? I forget the cousin's name.
Oh, Catch? Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that sucks.
It all depends. I feel like...
Yeah, I saw your comment. We're going to get to that. Don't worry, Hunter. It says that, look, this is Jeff Snyder saying this, okay? Okay? This is Jeff Snyder saying this. And Jeff Snyder BS's all the time. He's bullshitting all the time. But people take his word on everything.
I mean, he has, I'll say this. He has a little bit of credibility compared to these stupid online scoopers. Obviously, he's falling into that trap, but I mean, he's been wrong before, so it's not like he can. It's not like he has like the best.
Campia and Kristen Harloff. I'm subbed to them. They're starting like Kristen Harloff stream today. Blade canceled Midnight Sun's debut.
Yeah, I did see that.
And Campia, I'm like, you guys used to be. You would ignore stuff like that. You wouldn't even entertain so-called scoops or leaks if it's not from possible legitimate sources like actual like Variety, Deadline, or anything like that. You know why? You know why they talked about it today? They're friends with Snyder.
Yeah, obviously.
That's why. But it's okay. You know, if you're not friends with them, you just ignore it. But if you're friends with them, okay, let's do a stream about them. You know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sideways, you're right. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does have a skull helmet. Wait, he does. But you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, they keep saying. I mean, Blade, Marshall Ali, I think said in summer, like Blade is still on.
I mean, to be fair though, about the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's not Marvel Studios.
No,
Marvel Studios would probably redesign it. I don't think Marvel Studios even designed Ghost Rider for that show because they did that with Daredevil. Marvel Studios was the one that designed the costume for Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Because they thought they were going to use Daredevil in the movies.
Midnight Sun. Oh, Sister Graham was not in the game. Midnight Sun's game. Let you know because I played it. She was not in it.
I have yet to play that game. I have it, but I never played it.
It's a good game. It's a good game if you like that kind of gameplay. The story is good. If you like that kind of gameplay,
I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah, you don't mind. You don't mind that kind of gameplay, right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
What do you call it? Isometric, like a turn-based. Yeah.
I
seen the gameplay and stuff.
That pissed off a lot of Marvel video game fans when they found out it was like that style game.
Yeah, that's why that game didn't perform well because people were. Well, people's main complaint was the card system.
Yeah, the card system. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're not.
Which that
game left off of that game. They're not making a second game, but a game left off the cliffhanger, and the cliffhanger was Doctor Doom.
Well, did you get the DLCs?
No, I stopped.
Yeah, there's DLC. You could get Storm and Deadpool.
Yeah, there's Storm, Venom, Morbius. Yeah, but the ending was Doctor Doom. It teased a sequel was going to be Doctor Doom. You don't see Doctor Doom. You just see him pick up the Darkhold, right? The Darkhold book, and you see the metal armor on his arm, and he just says amateurs. Because that's Doctor Doom. I mean, like Doctor Doom says isn't gonna evolve. If you know Doctor Doom, guys, sometimes Doctor Doom doesn't get involved, but he watches. You know, he's like in the background watching. Like he knows what's going on at times, right? Like, right? Because he's a planner. Doctor Doom is a planner, right? So like, he scouts. But I don't know. Blade is, man. Marshall Lee's gonna be like 90 by the time he plays Blade. He can play Blade at 90 years old. I mean, Blade's immortal.
I don't know. I just don't really see him doing like it's taken so long. Maybe he just wants to play Blade. Like he doesn't even care anymore.
Wasn't that the plan?
I feel like
wasn't his choice?
Well, he was going to produce the movie. He wanted to be Blade. He wanted to make the movie. Marvel dragged their feet because they had there was no real reason to have a Blade. Which that's Marvel's fault in my opinion. That's their fault because Blade. Okay, first off, I'll say this right. I really don't understand why Marvel struggles to incorporate Blade into the greater Marvel universe. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? Like, I mean, he's first off he's not. It's not like he's the Punisher. Like the Punisher has like a completely different ideology compared to the rest of the heroes, so they kind of like don't want him around. So you'll never see him on teams unless it's like mercenary teams, right?
Yeah.
Like the Thunderbolts in Marvel now, right?
Yeah, Blade is different. Yeah, Blade is different than that.
Blade could work with the other characters. They just don't use him. I really don't know why. Like they really, some writer needs to like incorporate Blade into stuff. Like they did have that event with the Avengers and Blade was evil, but it's like they need an event where Blade is like teaming up with them, or Blade is on the Avengers.
Yeah, I remember this. We watched Eternals. We remember the incredible scene with Blade's voice was off screen with Dave Whitman, the Black Knight, the guy who becomes Black Knight.
That's also another thing too. What happened to Black Knight?
Yeah, like what's gonna happen to Eternals? Like what?
Well, there's a rumor that Eternals is they're gonna turn into an anime. I don't know if you heard that rumor.
Do you really think that the people that acted in Eternals wants it to be an anime? It'd be like,
no, I think they'll just recast everybody.
Yeah.
Or if people do want to come back and do voiceover roles, I mean, what's his name is not opposed to doing voice roles, but he's not a big character. Kumail Nanjiani.
He'll do anything. If you ask me, he'll do anything. If you really ask me, he'll do anything.
Some of the actors I could see them coming back. I don't see them all coming back.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie is not going to do voiceover work for Athena.
No.
Like, no. Okay? No.
Yeah. But I think if they do, I mean, it would be interesting if Marvel did do an anime. I think that would be cool. If they give it to some anime, like some Japanese studio to do the animation, or maybe they got some, I don't think they'll get Japanese writers, but I don't know, it might be interesting.
I think Trolls is not a good movie, but there were some good things like they could have done. Like Dave Whitman's character, you could incorporate him in the MCU and other things, not just Eternals.
Yeah,
because he's a Black Knight. Like Black Knight's interesting, right? Like,
yeah, but that's the thing. It's like you would want to see a Black Knight like story by himself to explain the history, because there's a lot of history with him, right? It's like,
yeah, was his ancestor uncle who got corrupt or something like that with the sword? What's it called? Ebony sword?
Yeah, the ebony sword, or the ebony blade.
Ebony blade, yeah. And we know Black Knight is, I think Black Knight is a supernatural character too, isn't he?
Technically not really, to an extent, yeah, but not really.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's
like in the MCU, like the MCU was only making that connection probably because of, the whole, like, there's a historical past and there's obviously magic involved, but like he was never, I wouldn't say he was a supernatural character. He's not like,
he was,
like
he was
on the Avengers. He was on the Avengers majority of the time. So
the original Black Knight was around during the King Arthur, right? Camelot and all. And we know Camelot had a connection to one of Marvel's villains, Morgana Le Fay, right? Who had I think Morgana Le Fay was a villain of Tony Stark, Iron Man.
Yeah.
And didn't she have a connection to Doctor Doom? Didn't they sleep together?
She must have. I really don't remember.
Yeah.
There is some connection with her with Doctor Doom, obviously. Yeah. Because Doctor Doom is.
When the thing is with Agatha, I thought when they cast Aubrey Plaza as a villain, I thought she was gonna play Morgana Le Fay first.
Yeah, that's also another thing too. I mean, it's weird they put Death in that show, and you're like, but what are you gonna do with Death now? There's not real much to do with Death. Like, what are you supposed to do with her now?
God, maybe next time Deadpool is in the MCU together, they have a relationship. But I don't know. Who was the director of Blade? They had 3 directors.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never see those characters again. I think he's referring to Eternals.
Oh, yeah.
Those characters will just disappear. I could see them doing an anime, though. I don't see them in live action. I think that was just a waste.
Star Fox is like, oh, we just ignore Thanos' brother, huh? Well,
Yeah, I think that's still the dumbest part of Eternals is like Eternals
well,
should have been marketed as like we're going to explain the origins of Thanos. I still can't believe they never did that. Like that
yeah,
was
but
like
they
the
ended
dumbest
Thanos
part
too.
of the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then their whole thing was like, well, yeah, Thanos is an Eternal, but like we're not responsible for him. And then they just sidestep it, and you're like, but that's like the most interesting part is like, where were you guys during Thanos? Like that was obviously an interesting story beat, and you just completely ignored it. And I don't know if it was because of Marvel or Marvel just gave the writer and the director like free reign, but like they clearly had some story, and I think they would have been better received if they were more connected with Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there was like like Thanos was actually in the movie and we saw flashbacks, or it was like a prequel or of some sort. Um, I don't know. I think they just dropped the ball on that movie for sure.
And it's weird too because like Harry Styles has not been anything since like that movie
No,
Florence
he's
Pugh.
had that yeah, because of the controversy with
Yeah,
what's her name?
Olivia Wilde.
Yeah, and she also tanked his career too because people were making fun of him in that movie. I don't think he was. I don't think he was like a great actor.
He's not a good actor. No.
He only got, first off, obviously he was coming in through his music career, but also because like one of his
Most
first like roles was in a Christopher Nolan movie,
most
but he didn't do
musicians
anything in that movie.
most musicians when they transition to acting are not good. Usually not good. Some have
Yeah.
some have done well, but like Ariana Grande was not a musician at first. She was an actress at first. I mean, of course she just, but she
Yeah,
could do
but she was
both.
like a Nickelodeon actor.
Yeah, yeah, but she could sing. I mean, like
It's not
right,
like
like
it's not like she's gonna show
no,
up in
because there's musicians that focus on being musicians at first, and when they get a role for a movie, they really don't act. They don't have enough
no,
lessons to act. Right? You don't have enough because acting takes years. It could take years. Musicians don't have that kind
yeah,
of time to learn to act.
no.
Right?
Well, it depends, right? I mean, like if they want to actually be an actor, like a serious actor, then they
I
would
mean,
have to put in the time. They would have to make the connections and
this
build up the filmography. You can't just walk in. That's what I
yeah.
always have a problem with.
That's a
They have like people who are
and
like,
musicians just
why is,
do. They
like
just let
I've
them
always
walk
said this,
in
like why is the weekend making a movie?
because yeah, that's
You
exactly a
know,
good
like
point. Good point.
like he may have had like a small role in Uncut Gems, but it's like there's a lot of non-actors in Uncut Gems that actually
Because
did far better than him, by the way.
you could be
Like
you
you
could
obviously
be
needed to put in some work.
you could be a nobody and be in a scene for a minute and just say a couple words. Anybody could do that. That's not acting, right?
Yeah.
Anybody could do
But the
that.
weekend in particular, I like the weekend. I think he makes good music, although I think the weekend's music is all just the same shit he's been doing for the last like nearly almost 20 years. He's been singing about the same shit, but at
That's
least
anybody.
it's all like very like the variations of how it sounds is different.
That's anybody.
But the lyrics are all the same. It's all about just getting high and shit. And he's crashing out over some girl. That's literally what the weekend does. Like it's the truth, okay? But
You hate
why the
Canadian
hell?
musicians.
No, I like the weekend. I like the weekend. I don't like
Well,
Drake though. Drake stole from the weekend. Like people need to know this, right? The weekend, all the good songs from Drake in the beginning of his career was from the weekend. He stole them. Okay. If you're from Toronto, you would know this, right? You would know the backstory of how Drake is a complete fraud. But yet, you know, a lot of people love him. Listen, I don't like Drake. I prefer the weekend. The weekend definitely is a lot more talented than Drake in terms of music. In terms of acting, hell no.
Drake is a better
Hell
actor. I
fucking
mean,
no.
Drake has only acted on Degrassi. That's a long time ago.
I guess you could say Drake is a better actor. That's like the only thing he may have over. But he doesn't even act anymore.
No, he did. I don't
Did
know
you
anything
did
else
you
he's
ever
been.
see that concept art of Was it Doom Patrol? Some show was gonna have Cyborg in it, and they were trying to get Drake as Cyborg. Does anybody remember
Drake's
this?
good. Really?
Yeah, it was cringe. It's a meme now. Like the concept art of it is a meme.
I remember like when he was on Degrassi, right? Like Degrassi in the 2000s. Didn't like Warner Brothers HBO was going to do like a reboot of Degrassi, but it got canceled.
Did it get canceled? I thought they did make it.
No, they decided not to.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. They'll probably make it someday. It'll probably be produced by Drake and all that shit. And you know what it'll be like? It'll be Drake's Euphoria. Okay, that's what that will be.
That's exactly HBO's Degrassi would be Euphoria. That's what it would be like. Okay, they have that already. Okay, you'd be like that.
It'll be Euphoria. maybe from like, if Drake does produce it, it'll probably be more like male. It'll basically be like the male version of Euphoria. Where some dude is like in high school and he gets no bitches, but sometimes he goes to parties and he gets bitches. But it's like completely out of date. I'm telling you, it'll be trash if Drake produced it. I could already see what the fucking vision is. It's gonna be ass. But what was I gonna say? The Weeknd. Here's the thing. Like The Weeknd, I feel like. Listen, I appreciate celebrities when they promote other stuff, right? Like. He promotes, I don't know if you guys know this, but he promotes a lot of games. I'm actually kind of surprised. Like he was out here promoting Tears of the Kingdom, praising Tears of the Kingdom. He praised Donkey Kong Bonanza. He praised The Last of Us Part 2. He's been going and playing a ton of games and praising them recently, right? And he's been praising TV shows and movies and all this shit like that. So he's like, I need to be on that level. You know what I mean? But I don't think so. I think he should just continue his music and just do music videos and build it up that way because it's more interesting and it's more unique. I don't think everybody needs to become a director. All of a sudden, all these people are like, this person needs to be a director. This person needs to be a director. And you're like, this is why when you say, I want to be a director, everybody looks at you like, yeah, right, buddy. Because everybody wants to be a fucking director. It's like, go make your own shit, man. Go make your own shit with your own money. Stop relying on other people's money. If you want to be a director, because chances are you're not going to make anything. They're going to trust people who've actually directed shit or has like a well-known fucking name.
What do you think independent films are? You have to, right? You have to.
Yeah, but I hate when celebrities like they have money. Yeah. And I'm not saying you don't need to like. Obviously, if you're like, I want to make a movie that costs $50 million, yeah, I understand. You're not going to have $50 million in the bank, right? But I mean, you can make a movie for way less than $1 million. You know what I mean? Sure. Like, if you really want to prove yourself, right? So, but some of these celebrities, it's like they're so used to the money and so used to the productions that they feel like, no, it needs to be a full-out production. I mean, look at Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck he just started directing even when he didn't have money. And he was already a celebrity. He was like, I'm going to build my way up. Obviously, for him, it was easier. Make a short film, then you make a feature film, and then he just kept going, right? Yeah. I don't know what happened to him directing.
Yeah, you're right.
He's directing other movies.
You're right. These celebrities, like, they want to do some independent films, right? It costs a couple, maybe under $1 million or a couple million. Or like, yeah, we need we need some backing, financial backing, right? To get this film underway. I'm like, you're a fucking millionaire. Like,
yeah, you could find the investors, or you could put your own money in it if you really truly believe it. Especially if it's your own movie. Why do you want other people to fund your own movie? You should make your own movie. And if you can't find it, you should make your own movie.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If they would be that much, fund your own movie, and a studio may want to buy it from you. Because that's what studios do with independent films.
Yeah. Yeah, right? I remember seeing Scarlett Johansson because she was complaining about this, and I'm like, you're Scarlett Johansson. You probably do have a lot of pull. Like, you could probably get some investors. You probably do have enough money of your own to make some small independent movie. But it was like she was complaining like she couldn't find, like, nobody wants to fund her movie. And you're like, nobody wants to fund anything.
But nowadays. She could fund her own movie. That's the thing.
Yeah, but
yourself.
but this is the thing. They want it to
Yeah.
be a fucking movie. Like they want to walk on set and it's not just a small crew. It's a big
No,
fucking
no,
crew. They
no.
have catering. They have all the shit in place, right? They have fucking drivers driving them. Like on a small movie, that's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? That's not gonna happen. That's not possible. They don't have the money to do that.
To me, that sounds elitist, stuck up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the
Yeah.
part that I find kind of irritating with some of these celebrities. It's like they all want to prove that they're an artist, like they're
Some, a
like,
lot of them,
but they
a lot of
won't
them,
they won't put in their own money. Like they
a
couldn't
lot of
even
them,
make a low budget movie.
a lot of them started in smaller films with not a high budget, and that's how they got big. I mean, like, know where your roots
Of
are,
course.
right?
Well, some of them didn't. That's the thing. Some of them didn't.
Some of them didn't.
Others,
That's true. That's true.
I
That's
just
true.
feel like she does. She had her debut. Yeah, I know. She did make that movie, but she
Yes, she
was
did.
when she was promoting that movie, she was saying that, and I was like, that's so stupid to say this stuff because it's
Why? Who
like
nobody believed in her movie? Like,
no,
is
but
that
everybody says that in Hollywood now. Nobody's funding anything. Yeah, nobody's funding anything in Hollywood.
you know why?
You should potentially fund your own shit and forget about the stupid studio system. Obviously, it's not going to be a big budget movie, but it's like if you want to make connections or you want to build your portfolio or you want to build your hype, whatever, like that's what you have to do. She did executive produce Black Widow,
I
yeah,
know that. I know that. I think she. I think she was a
but I mean
producer
like
as well.
directing. Like I'm talking about like when you're actually directing, like producing and stuff. Like I feel like that's totally you. It's such a like those are like two different things. When you're
Sideways.
producing, it's like you're
Sideways.
not.
Do
They
celebrities
don't
love?
want just to be producers, is what I'm
Do
saying.
celebrities love spending on products, or do they get the products for free?
Celebrities, they probably get the products for free. I mean, it all depends.
Yeah.
Major
Yeah.
studios use private equity to finance blockbusters. Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
like.
that's what I'm saying. They have to get the money elsewhere, right? Because these movies are so expensive, but they want to fund an expensive movie
Mhm.
from the studios, and the studios are like, we don't even have money to do that. And if we did, we're not going to give it to you because chances are the idea will flop. It will bomb, right? Like they all want to make these movies that are like, again, like Oscar bait in nature, which is not. It's not nothing wrong with that, right? Like you want to tell a story that is like, you feel is needs to be
More.
told. I'm not
Yeah.
against it, but sometimes you obviously have to understand that that type of movie that you might be making is not going to make back the money, right? So you have to now find a
That's
way of generating the money to even make the movie, knowing that you're not going to have a big return on your investment.
that's true.
Uh, yeah, private equity. I don't know. I just don't like these. Some of these celebrities. It's like it just kind of just pisses me off because it's like you see a ton of other people who are not celebrities who are still trying to produce things as cheaply as possible and still of high quality, but yet they have such a high standard. And it's like to me, it's like if you really want to prove your artistic or creative and skills, or that you're an artiste, whatever you want to say, right? Then I feel like couldn't you make that without any money, or with obviously you can't make a movie without any money. I know people say that, but it's not necessarily true. It's like you still need equipment, and even if you have the equipment, you still had paid for it previously. But anyway, I digress. I
Matthew
feel like
Vaughn.
I feel like the skill of an artist, you can make something with very little.
Mm.
And if you can't, I don't know. I don't know if we could really like, maybe this is a crazy take, but I feel like I don't know. Can we really call you an artist if you can't really create from nothing? Like create from very little and see how far you can go with it. That to me is what is creativity. Is like when you're backed against the wall, what are you gonna do? That's just my opinion, though.
It does.
Um,
It does. There is people that do well with less. Like we're able to make best with less. There is they find ways to do it.
Right.
It's true.
I just wish more celebrities had that. Like they were coming out and saying, "I'm gonna go that route," and then it's like, okay, I would have more respect, or I'd be more I would be more curious about what they're making because then I'm like, well, now they're betting on their skill. They're not betting on the money. They're betting on their skill.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But when you're surrounded by a lot of money and you have money, I guess it's just sort of like that's your expectations.
Well,
You know.
when you have a lot of money, the more paranoid you are, the afraid of losing it.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Right.
Right. Because and okay, it doesn't matter how much money you have. People could be cheap, but when you're rich, the definition of cheap is different because to us, cheap is like I don't know, spending $2 on a cheap meal. For a celebrity, cheap you could be like $100, $200 on a cheap meal, you know? Right? Like it's a different, like right? It's more because though celebrities don't need all that money, right? Really, but
well, they have a. It's not like they have a. I mean, they do share. Like when you see some of these like offers that they get, they are dividing it up between their lawyers and people that work for them, right? Like,
well,
but they still have a lot of money. Let's be honest. They still have a lot of money compared to the normal average person, or even someone who is in, making a decent amount. From like a high-paying career.
You know what's a great celebrity? If you want to be wealthy, become a sports agent.
Actually, probably, yeah.
A sports agent.
Kwanzaa was telling me how much these sports dudes make. It's kind of
crazy. Get 10%. You usually get 10% from each client, but you know how much athletes make, right? Like, right? Like in North America, I mean, I don't know how much is no. How much is some basketball players are making? Some basketball players are making 50, 60 million a year. Imagine being an agent of that. 10% from that. Become a sports agent. Degrassi knows this. There's the baseball. Degrassi, you know Scott Boras. Becoming Scott Boras in baseball, the guy with the best clients. Become a sports agent. Right? And all you do is negotiate. But yeah, I mean, most celebrities, obviously, they have their manager, their lawyers. Obviously, the agent is kind of like a manager. Their assistant, stylist, right? They have all that. And if they live in certain states, they have taxes. I mean, if they live in California, they got high taxes, right? If they live in New York, there's taxes, right? Now, and look. Now I know why some of them are moving to Tennessee to grass because the taxes don't. I don't think the taxes are high there, right? But like there's high taxes in California, but like who cares? The celebrities can afford the high taxes in California, right? Like, yeah.
What do you think about Fallout?
Oh, you want to talk about, or you want to talk about an actual spoiler review?
Well, we could talk about it because I know I wasn't here, and that's why you didn't.
Yeah, I did it, but it was like it felt weird.
Yeah, I understand. Because I'm not sure if I don't know when you're gonna stream tomorrow, so because I might go on Gabbing with Geeks.
Actually, I was probably gonna stream in the afternoon.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, that was the plan. I guess we could talk Fallout here. I'll come with some. Let's see.
We can talk about something else if you want to hold.
Okay. Well,
there was some stuff about Jester Bell and.
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh, did we even talk about Wonder Woman? Did you talk about Wonder Woman? I forgot.
I didn't talk about Wonder Woman.
Okay. Well, we can talk about that. Because I'm still on the fence. Who even said this? Who's even saying this now? Isn't it just the same person who's been saying it over
Jeff
the last
Snyder
month?
said this.
Oh, Jeff Snyder said this now. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and John Wolka.
I think it really depends on who they cast. I mean, it's probably not going to be someone we know, and if we do know them, it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be the picks that everybody's been saying. That's for sure.
I don't
But
even
we're
think
gonna
it's
have to
true.
see. I don't
I don't,
know. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
because they said a couple months ago, oh, they're looking for a woman who's tall, has some muscle, and knows how to fight. And every woman, right? I mean, obviously, first person that comes to mind in DC is Wonder Woman, but not realizing there's other
Yeah,
women.
there's obviously tons of characters.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah.
feel like because people keep saying it's Wonder Woman and now Scott Snyder, what the fuck? Zack
Scott
Snyder.
Snyder. If Scott Snyder says it's Wonder Woman, I believe it's. I would believe Scott Snyder.
Yeah.
I think even know
I'd
more.
probably believe him over it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Yeah, like I gotta be honest, man. I'm going to even up until until I see the movie, I will criticize the fact that Wonder Woman is in this movie if that is the case. Because why are we doing this again?
I, we're definitely gonna get answers on this in like the next couple months because they're gonna start filming soon. The next couple months, right?
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I mean,
I mean,
why?
is Wonder Woman really? Does Wonder Woman really need to be in a Superman movie? Like, I'm still not really like
Not
look at
really.
it
No.
like this, right? Wonder Woman, the first movie, made more than this new Superman movie. Now, obviously, you could say there's COVID and post-COVID things have changed and all this stuff like that. But I mean, like, I feel like we haven't had a lot of Wonder Woman. So, and I know the last movie was obviously bad, but this is a reboot. So, wouldn't this have gone over better? Like, why not just make a Wonder Woman movie? It's like, why are you introducing such a major character in someone else's movie, especially
Mm-hmm.
it being a sequel? And we already know there's going to be a ton of other characters in the movie that are not technically related to Superman, but have already been established. Why introduce a bigger character that is now going to overloom the rest of the
Yeah,
characters? I don't understand the logic behind this,
because we believe
other than
Supergirl
it
might be
being we
Supergirl
can't make a
might be in
Wonder
it.
Woman movie. Yeah,
Supergirl might be in it,
Supergirl is in it. Hawkgirl is back in it.
and
Guy Gardner's back in it.
it's even teased that maybe one of the Lanterns is gonna be in it. Like, do we need to really
Yeah,
Wonder Woman?
yeah.
Right?
Do we really need Wonder Woman?
Yeah. Like,
I I mean, is this a budget thing? Is this we can't make a Wonder Woman movie
are you,
because it's too expensive?
are they
What is the
nervous?
reasoning?
Are they nervous about the DCU's future that they have to rush Wonder Woman?
Yeah, does every major character now have to be spin off
Yeah,
from
or that. Yeah.
from another sequel? Probably gonna guess not. They're not gonna do that all the time. But I just think it's weird. Like this is the first time where I kind of agree with some people on Twitter where it's like, why is the major female character the tacked on to the male character when the female character really could stand by itself? Wonder
Yeah.
Woman has made more than Superman, so the character could stand by itself. Now, maybe that's just a novelty because that was
Yes.
her first movie, but
Also
still,
because the one thing that people actually like about BVS was actually Wonder Woman, the appearances she
yeah.
made.
But she was barely in that movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She was barely in the movie,
Maybe it's a curiosity.
and she was, yeah, like she should have just. I don't know why we're going back to because now, if this is confirmed, if this comes out and we have the casting, 100% people are going to make the comparison of Batman versus Superman, which I think is dumb because we should have been moving past all of that. That's why we even have a reboot. But now you're bringing up comparisons to the old. It's like every step of the way now there has to be some comparison to the old universe. And you're like, why? I thought this was supposed to be like a new
Hmm.
thing. We're not going to copy Marvel. We're not going to do. So if you're not going to copy Marvel, then why do you need to spin off characters from movies? Why can't they just show up in their own stuff?
Yeah. Like,
That's the part that's just it's just annoying to me. If this
what's
is
that?
true, obviously, if this is true.
What's
Wonder Woman had two standalone of anime movies. She's barely had anything. She's just barely had anything. I wish she could just stand on her own. Like, can we see Wonder Woman stand on her own and build her up as her solo character?
Yeah, yeah.
Because now I wonder, right? Like, so is by next year, are we gonna hear Wonder Woman movie in production, and that's the next thing? Because now the DCU does seem like it's being crawled at a slow pace, and I don't think that's because they don't, you know, they they uh they don't have ideas. They clearly, obviously, have ideas.
Yeah.
They know they want to make stuff, but I really think what is handicapping them right now is the money. They don't have Marvel money to make all these movies, and like that's why it's looking kind of dumb that James Gunn announced this slate of movies, and they're like, you announce a slate of movies, but it's like, and TV shows too.
I hope. Netflix gets control.
Yeah, once Netflix gets control, maybe this will all subside. But we don't know what Netflix will now like. Would Netflix now may have some input in what DC movies are being made?
Yeah, like
because even though they said, "Oh, we're going to promise to keep some of these movies in theaters," one of the things that we don't know is will Netflix algorithm dominate, like not dominate, but will it what's the word? Like, will it be used as a way to now greenlight movies for theaters as well? Well, that's something I haven't heard people talk about.
Because there was a report a couple days ago about Netflix said they could keep it theaters. It did like probably 17 days, right? Remember you saw that? I'm like,
which is not a lot. Which is not a lot.
No, especially for a Superman movie or a Batman Part 2, 17 days is not good.
The movie, if that was the case, Superman would have never made 600.
Yeah, if that was the case, Netflix wouldn't care about how much the box office for a movie makes. Might as well put on Netflix on day one, right? Like
you might as well if it comes out 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Really? But now they're going to use, because this is the thing, right? Like if the algorithm is used to greenlight DC movies, then there's a chance that the algorithm just goes, well, there's certain characters we can't greenlight because they're too niche.
James Gunn, like if they said Matt Tomorow to come a 17-day window, I don't think James Gunn would be happy with that. I don't think he'd be
happy with that. Yeah.
I don't think most directors would be happy with that.
I think he won't be happy, but I think he'll just take it.
Yeah.
Him specifically, I think he will just take it. James Gunn.
Yeah, he'll take it.
I do wonder how long James Gunn will last as the head of DC. Because I feel like I don't think he's going to be around for long, to be honest. I feel like he's going to make DC movies, but I don't think he will be the head of DC.
Maybe. What I think
is the way he talks now is very different compared to. I don't know if you've seen some recent interviews that he's given.
Yeah. He's unsure about Netflix. You can tell he's unsure.
Well, no, he said that he's as long as people watch the movie, he's okay with it. And then he also said that he's not interested in making movies outside of this space. He said, like, I'm not interested in making Oscar movies, which I don't think James Gunn would have been making Oscar movies, to be honest, looking at what he's made in the past. But
I don't think people would like a James Gunn Oscar movie. People would be like, because people are used to his style of movies.
Well, it depends on what the movie is, right?
Yeah.
Like, but
he's not.
He said he just wants to make DC movies.
He's not a versatile director, James Gunn, though. Like, that's the thing. He has a style.
Yeah, he has his own thing. Yeah. But I don't know. He doesn't. It's still like he wants to obviously dictate more of like what is made and what we see through DC. But then he says like, oh, we can't do niche characters, or we're not that he said that, but it's like we're gonna focus on more popular characters, and you're like, yeah, but DC doesn't even have technically a lot of popular characters if we're comparing them to Marvel. Like
He created
what is a
Clayface.
popular character outside of the core Justice League characters? Teen
He created
Titans?
he created Clayface. I mean, if you're gonna do a popular villain character, is Clayface really on the list? Really?
Yeah. No. Well, Clayface is obviously, I wouldn't say he's a popular character, but he's
A Batman
connected
villain.
with Batman, and
Yeah.
he
Yes.
is somewhat well known, but he's not well known like the Joker. If we're talking about like general
Harley
audiences, right?
Harley Quinn didn't
Um,
even resonate. The Birds of Prey movie. Harley Quinn didn't even resonate. I mean, that movie was bad, but
yeah.
Aaron,
I don't know. I just wish it was like what he was previously saying. Like we're gonna get niche characters, we're gonna build up characters, we're gonna give them to different people and stuff. But it's like now it's like it seems like he's changing his tune. That's the part where I'm like confused. I'm like,
he is
how
already.
much is it going to change? Like
Yeah,
with
you're
the
right.
Netflix deal now.
Obviously, he's not writing directly with the DCU,
Yeah,
but he has to make sure everything is connected, everything works in some way, right? He has to oversee it, right? Like, right? Like Kevin
right.
Feige. I mean, Kevin Feige does that, huh? With that, I mean, yeah, he wanted them to do different with Marvel, but Marvel they try to make connected in some way. You kind of have to see how it fits and everything is connected.
Hold on, I'll come back for a moment. Give me a second.
He's rated 3 movies and 2 series. What 2 series? Batman is so oversaturated that DC has become Batman centric that he overshadowed other DC characters. Um, it's like I see like James Gunn is a GM of a team and he hires a coach. Yes, he does some of his coaching himself, like as a director, but a GM has to make sure everything the pieces work together, right? Like that. Peacemaker. Oh, Creature Commandos. But I'll be back. Um, shit, my phone died. Oh, Brian will be back. He just I didn't see that coming. He left. Uh, Netflix. The thing is, with Warner Brothers, will have more money once Netflix is in charge. That's for sure. Netflix has. I think they're getting the podcast game and all that. Baller, yeah. Uh, hmm, what's this news? I'm actually doing the stream while watching the college football game. Future Commandos, Peacemaker Waller, and he passed his own universe. Well, we'll see. I mean, oh yeah, we didn't talk about Wonder Man. We just saw Wonder Man's picture, him in his costume. They don't need money. Okay, okay. Let's see what. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the Wonder Man soon once he gets back. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I look like fucking bald. I look like Lex Luthor with my head bald, head shaved, bald. Uh, I don't want to be CEO of DC Studios. I'll be so stressed out as a CEO, man. I mean, the thing of Gunn is he's a CEO, co-CEO, and creative. So he would be stressed out, man. The guy, look at Gunn. He's getting old quick. You could see him getting old. You see it. You see it. You see it. Okay. You see it in him. He's getting old. But he's in his 50s. I mean, there's Pierce Safran. No, Pierce Safran is fine CEO. I mean, they're co-CEOs because Gunn focuses on the creative side of things, and Safran focuses on the business side of things, which is fine. So obviously the stress, right? The stress from Gunn will be more of the creative side of things in the business. I mean, right? So I think Netflix is going to keep Gunn anyway. I don't think Netflix is. I think they see. I think they see. I think I think Gunn is safe with Netflix. I don't see any changes there at all. I mean, Netflix, when they basically announced that they acquired Warner Bros., basically they steal them. Yes, it's kind of true. It's kind of true. They basically said they're fine with the DCU. They're not going to be building. They're not rebranding. I think it's safe. I just don't like the idea of possible seeing DC movies for 17 days. Because I think that'll be a trend, man. A trend that other studios might follow. Now, and I think it can scare some. I think it can scare some directors away. Scare some directors away, and scare some actors and actresses away. Unless they get a good money out, unless they get a good paycheck. Money always talks, right? Money always talks. Okay. Look at athletes. They always talk about, oh, I want to when they're free agent. Oh, I want to stay here. I want to stay here when they're free agent. Oh, I want to continue playing. I love the city. They get a good offer from another team, and the money's right. They leave. They leave. Money always talks. Oh, minimum numbers days? Okay. They won't be pulling the movies from theaters in 17 days. That's just a minimum number of days before it hits the service. Do you think it depends, Degrassi? It depends on how the movie does, like in the first 1 or 2 weeks. Say because a Superman, Man Tomorrow, and the Batman Part 2 probably do very well, right? So most likely they would stay in the theaters. But if they have another movie that's not doing well in the first 2 weeks, first week or second week, that's not well received, you think they might just do that window? You think it depends on the success of the movie at the box office in its first couple of weeks? You think it depends on that? Because we know studios do that already, right? We know studios kind of do that already. It's a golden egg. Yeah, so. Okay, so. Warner Bros. Controls majority of film distribution in the world. It's a goal that Netflix knows this. Okay. I think it would depend, right? like we know studios do this. The success of a movie, right? Like if a movie's doing well, it might keep it in theaters. If not, Thor topic. What's going on with the Daredevil Born Again season 2 trailer? Profitable. That's what I mean. Profitable, Degrassi. That's what I mean. Profitable. That's what I mean. Profitable. Off topic. Thor topic. What's going on with the Daredevil Born Again season 2 trailer? My typing is fast. I don't know what's going on in Daredevil Born Again trailer. I don't know when that's coming out this season. Maybe if it comes out in March, maybe the trailer comes out. Maybe it will come out end of this month. Thor. Here's the thing. Any plot leaks you hear online or online from scoopers and stuff, take it with a grain of salt, please. Don't believe what they say, please. Okay? The only way they could get those kind of information is by somebody working at the set or somebody that shows up at the set, is invited to set, and those people, whoever it is, mysterious person, secretly leaks out to somebody. That's the only way you can know about plot leaks, okay? Plot leaks. If this, for any movie, if this, okay, for any movie, how do you think plot leaks get out? Somebody has to be on set to see it, and then they leak it out, okay? Somebody that works for the company, okay? According to Dan RPK, Sony will be showing more Spider-Man characters to Marvel Studios in the future. I'm sure they would. I'm sure they are. I mean, that's not no. Look, sideways. That's so stupid what Dan RPK said. Of course, Sony and Spider-Man are gonna let Sony's gonna let Marvel Studios use more Spider-Man characters in the future. Isn't that obvious? Isn't it obvious with the new deal they have? I mean, you don't need to be a scooper or a non-scooper to know that. Come on, like Dan RPK. Of course they are, man. Look, Kevin Feige, Kevin Feige, he wants Miles Morales in the MCU. I'm telling you, he badly wants Miles Morales in the MCU. You know why he said that? You know why he wants Miles Morales in the MCU? Because in a recent interview last year, remember I did a whole stream of where he discussed MCU, the future, and everything about the MCU, and he asked him about Miles Morales, and he asked him that they can't use Miles Morales until he's done with his live action stuff from Sony. That means he wants to use Miles Morales. Okay, he wants to use Miles Morales. I'm telling you, he wants to use Miles Morales. But Sony doesn't want to give Miles Morales yet to him. He wants Miles Morales so bad. Kevin Feige. Why not? I mean, Miles Morales is a very popular character, and people go crazy to see Miles Morales live action. I mean, right? Of course. Especially in a Spider-Man film. But don't you agree, Blinded? Do you think Feige wants Miles Morales badly? Don't you agree? Fuck Feige. Right? They're happy. Yes. Yeah. Well, that's what Boomer said. A brand new Day trilogy would be Tom Holland's last trilogy. I mean, yeah, Tom Holland, by the time, here's the thing about Tom Holland Spider-Man. By the time the next trilogy ends, he could be in his 40s. He could be 40 by then. Tom Holland, I mean, Tom Holland's 29 years old. So he could be in his mid-30s by then. By the time he's done with the trilogy, he could be in his mid-30s, or even like, depending in the future, he could end his trilogy by the time he's 40. Okay? And hell, is Tom Holland still doing that is he still doing a Uncharted sequel? Is he still doing the sequel? I mean, not the sequel. Is he still? Yeah, the sequel to Uncharted. I don't know. Have no clue. I don't know either. Supposedly. Yeah, let me check. A sequel is in development. All right. Oh yeah, let's look at the Wonder Man picture, shall we? I can find it. Here we go, the Wonder Man picture. You saw it today, right? He has the W thing. So it's kind of accurate to the comics. Yeah, I mean, okay. Blue. I mean, okay, looks fine. I need to see the trailer. I need to see that in the final trailer before the show comes out, which comes out very soon. I don't know what to think of it. It looks okay. I mean, it's kind of comic book accurate, but I think it's gonna be cheesy as hell. Someone said Wonder Man would be in Doomsday or Secret Wars. I don't know. Sideways, you could say any character could be from Marvel could be in Doomsday or Secret Wars. I mean, you could say that for any character. Wonder Man suits could be in the final episode. Oh, that's gonna suck. But yeah, okay. So the thing is, how am I gonna do this Wonder Man spoiler review show? Because I'm not gonna watch all that show at once. I'm not binging that show all at once. I'll watch like 2 episodes a day, and then maybe on the weekend I'll do a spoiler review show for the whole episode. Like, it's not gonna be like, because it's a binge show, right? It's not a weekly episode show. It's not a weekly show, episodic show. So I'll probably watch 2 episodes a day. That'll probably take 4 days, because it's 8 episodes, right? 4 days, so 8 episodes. So I'll probably do a stream on the day I finish 2 episodes or the next day. But that'll be end of the month for sure. That'll be end of the month. Comes out the 26th, right? Or 27th? 27th. Because I'm going to WWE Raw on the 26th, and it comes on the 27th. Okay? So it's coming on the 27th. I'll watch it. The first 2 episodes are 27th, 28th, 29th. That's going to be... So the last 2 episodes will be on the 30th. So I'll watch it on the 30th. 30th. The final episodes on the 30th. I might do the stream on the 30th. Well, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Take care, guys. Bye.
Come on. Thanks for watching him, bitch!